In 2002, Malawi was hit by famine, an effect of the floods that hit the country, followed by an early stop to the rains that led to drought in 2001. Maize yields dropped by 800 metric tons, resulting in severe food shortages and an increase in hunger-related deaths. 25 years on, Malawi is still grappling with food shortages and adverse shocks such as floods, El Niño drought, and pests like the fall armyworms, and diseases that continue to cause damage to farm produce. This has called for improved farming practices, including the use of biotechnology for improved seeds and animal breeds resistant to pests, diseases, and adverse weather shocks. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) Outlook titled World Agriculture Towards 2030, biotechnology offers a promise as a means of improving food security. Malawi is gradually opening up to biotechnologies in agriculture to boost productivity. Mr. Yohani Chimbalanga, a senior research, science and technology officer responsible for agriculture sciences at the National Commission for Science and Technology, shares the progress Malawi has made.
So far, Malawi as a country, we have conducted 4 trials in biotechnology. The first one was cotton trial. It underwent through the Agricultural Technology Clearing Committee, and then the technology was commercialized. Right now it is on the market and farmers adopted it. If we ask the industry, they tell us that adoption rate rose up to 95%, which means farmers saw potential in this technology, hence the adoption being very high. And then the other trial that was conducted was the banana bunch-top virus. And the other trial which was conducted was cowpea trials. Right now we are conducting maize trials, which is underway.
What hope does this progress offer to the farmers? We hear from Tamanda Mercy Makato.
We are hoping for varieties that are going to withstand pests, because I think pests are really causing havoc, both pre-harvest and post-harvest. If the GMOs can produce varieties that withstand drought.
Dr. James Mololo, a plant breeder and seed systems specialist at the International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, ICRISAT, says developing new crop varieties that are able to thrive in emerging challenges such as climate change and new pests and diseases is key in helping subsistence farmers have good harvests regardless of the adversities.
We are always in the forefront to ensure that we address some of these emerging challenges. For example, like developing improved crop varieties that are able to compete with these emerging challenges such as new diseases and new pests. At the same time, investing in robust seed systems and the delivery mechanisms so that our farmers, even the ones in the interior, in the rural, they are able to access this quality seed. And at the same time, working with governments and the private sector in partnerships as a vehicle for delivery of these improved technologies to our farmers.
The adoption of food produced from crops that are modified using agricultural biotechnology, such as GMOs, sparks debate. The FAO 2030 Outlook on Agriculture notes that genetically modified crops promise considerable benefits but has aroused widespread public concerns, including ethical misgivings and anxieties about food and environmental safety. In January 2026, the National Commission for Science and Technology, NCST, in partnership with Luana and Bayer, announced that Malawi had successfully completed the second trial of GM maize, which has been developed to deal with fall armyworms and is tolerant to the Roundup herbicide. After the announcement, in a Facebook post, Paul Gondwe, one of Malawi's youthful leading farmers, shared a thought that just like AI, GMOs are inevitable. Despite what people have heard, they are better and superior than hybrids of local varieties. This post triggered the audience to share their worries and fears, just as the FAO predicted. One of the comments on the post reads, "This is so bad. This is poison, and they don't even need to try." Another shares, "This is called kill me later. The more we consume the GMO products, the more we slowly kill ourselves. Everything requires chemicals." The African Agricultural Technology Foundation, AATF, through the Open Forum for Agricultural Biotechnology (OFA project, states that misinformation and disinformation are significant barriers to the adoption of biosciences, particularly genetically modified crops. Malawi's principal environmental officer, who also serves as Biotechnology and Biosafety Registrar, Dr. Lydian Chimpepo, says that after the 2001-2002 famine, the country enacted the Biosafety Act of 2002, which regulates the importation, development, production, testing, release, and use of genetically modified organisms.
Government is trying as much as possible that whatever we adopt as technology in the country should be only that which is safe and appropriate for the country. Safety in terms of consumption, if for human health, and also safety in terms of our environment and biodiversity. We are an agro-based economy. We depend on natural resources, and we have to conserve and protect our natural resources. So we are trying the best. There are policies, there are laws, there are guidelines that are in place to support effective implementation of the Biosafety Act and also our contribution to the global protocol on biosafety.
Despite the laws and regulations safeguarding the development and use of biotechnology in agriculture, Malawi is currently facing a food shortage requiring over 124 billion kwacha for its food relief requirements, according to the August 2026 Malawi Vulnerability Assessment Committee report. Could adoption of genetically modified crops be a solution for having a sustainable and sufficient food system?
I think bringing in GM varieties is a lasting solution.